When little Sherin Mathews was first reported missing, there was an outpouring from not only the Dallas area, but from all over the world. I wanted to highlight 3 individuals that, regardless of race or religion, came together to support and pray for a hurting community. Muslim, Hindu, or Christian, we saw unity over a precious little girl that none of us knew, but that all of us loved. Hello there, Mr. Omair Siddiqui. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing out there.
Yes, so currently I'm actually behind the house of the Mathews, picking up a few of the items here in the memorial that's grown tremendously. We're expecting some storms tonight, so we just want to make sure the items are protected.
Okay. Did see all those beautiful balloons and stuffed animals and all that. So that's what you're referring to, correct? That you need to get boxed and out of the way for the storm, right?
Correct. Yeah, people been stopping by since day one, since she's been missing. They're dropping off balloons, flowers, teddy bears, anything that they think that she would have loved.
Your age group is out partying and having fun. You're on a stakeout, looks like.
Yes. Yeah. This has been very, very dear to my heart. Even though I don't know the family, my parents are originally from India, but even then, it's become very important for me to be involved and help this little princess.
Why is that, Omair? I mean, what has led you to do this? I mean, obviously you're taking a lot of time out of your life to do all this for somebody that you don't know. Why would you do that?
Yeah. People have been asking me the same question, even family and relatives. And at this point, I consider myself a voice for Sherin. And every individual you saw last night speaking, we're all voices for Sherin. And we're wanting justice for her. Wanting to make sure that this does not happen to another child, making sure that this does not repeat within any community. Sherin has united many people of different faiths, of different walks of life. We all are here for one purpose. My objective, just to kind of stay here in this area, watch over the memorial, make sure nobody vandalizes it. We've been seeing a lot of posters being ripped off the signs, and we're also seeing, just recently, someone burned a missing poster of Sherin and was thrown on the front lawn of the house. I don't know if that's some type of.
Why do you think someone would do something like that?
I have the same question. If it's possibly, someone trying to send a message to the family. It could be just neighbors that are getting aggravated at this point from the presence of media.
Are you afraid for your life or for your safety at any point during this?
At a certain point, I was, and I'm very careful whenever I'm now trying to stay away from this area at nighttime.
Right.
After 10 o'clock, I usually don't stick in this area. There was a few individuals from the church that came out, and I was able to speak to them, and they're shocked. They're shocked. They're scared, they're wanting the same answers as we want of what happened to baby Sherin.
High tension, high stress type of situation. People are going to, sometimes they go on witch hunts, and there's mass hysteria, and I think sometimes we just want someone to blame, or someone to pay the price when there is no one. So waiting for justice is hard. So I think we have to just remind everybody to please be peaceful. And I think we're all, wanting the same end.
We request people, if they're feeling an emptiness, to come out to the memorial. Just visit it, drop off flowers, a teddy bear, whatever you would like. We have a canvas now that people are signing with messages of love and support. So just come out, say a prayer, and just attend the vigils that we plan, and just stay up to date with that.
Gauthami, what do you do for a living?
I am a child welfare consultant. I have a consulting firm called Color Me Safe, and we provide guidance and solutions in child welfare issues. So my background is counseling and psychology. I have a double master's.
Okay.
In clinical psychology and counseling. So I have worked with children since undergraduate school.
Are you going to
A variety of clients from nonprofit organizations that deal with women and children specifically, families that are going through child custody issues, abuse and neglect issues, and we work with doctors, we work with attorneys. So it's a pretty wide array of individuals that we work with.
How did you get involved?
I've been following the case from day one. A lot of the interfaiths have been coming together, so I really wanted to represent the Hindu community and just offer my expertise and offer help wherever I can. And it's a subject that's very delicate, just like
Absolutely.
Violence, and I feel like there's a stigma and a taboo attached to our culture. And when certain things happen, we have a tendency to brush it under the rug, but we need to face this head on and we need to discuss it and we have to accept it.
This is something that has come up with a lot of the Indian and Malayali people that I've been talking to, and it is exactly what you just said, the taboo and that very private type of life. That's not always possible because our culture here in America is not like that. We love to get involved in things and we love to have a sense of community and togetherness. And I think that's what I saw. I know that's what I saw at that vigil.
It was just so moving. There was representation. There was all walks of life. I mean, it was the most moving thing I've ever seen. Just such a community coming together in solidarity and showing love for a little girl that we don't even know.
Right.
But, how can you not have compassion? How can we not, express that humanity?
And I know a lot of people are angry. Yeah. They're hurt. And when that happens, sometimes we say and do things that probably aren't the best, using our best judgment.
In situations like this, we have a tendency to react versus respond. And I think we need to be more responsive versus reactionary. The police, RPD, the FBI, SWAT, they're all involved and they're doing a phenomenal job. And I think we need to leave the investigating to them and keep the focus where it needs to be. Whatever outcome it is, I think what we're all looking for is for some peace for that little girl. Whatever happens, she needs to have peace.
Right.
And I want her to know how much she is loved and adored.
Yes. This has been more than heartbreaking, just as everything has been unfolding. And the more and more we learn, it's becoming more and more difficult to swallow. So why did you want to help? Why did you want to go out there that day for a child that is not your own and that you don't know anything about? Why did you do that?
I ask myself that probably every hour. That why me? Why my husband? Why all the people that are getting involved? Why? I feel like it's not even me that's telling me to do these things. Because the me would say, okay, Nicolette, you need to put your 2 cents together. You have a family. Right. You shouldn't be sticking your nose where it shouldn't be. Something prompts me to keep wanting to help and not to give up. And I can't explain it. It's amazing.
Yeah. I don't know if it's, it could be a combination of things like that motherly instinct and feeling of a child is in danger that makes us want to do that. And did you have any interaction with anyone in the community or that knows the family?
Yesterday, there were some people from the church that had approached me, and they might be afraid because of all the negativity that right away started with them. Why isn't the church involved? Why aren't the parents involved? And someone yesterday said something very kind, and they said, well, maybe if we showed more support instead of anger towards the family, the truth might come out.
Right.
And I agreed with that because seeing, if you're listening happened, we're here to support you, and that's what, yesterday was for too, to show support and forgiveness.
Really kept a good head on your shoulders as far as not riling everybody up into, an angry mob and going over there and, tearing down walls or whatnot. Right. I think the way that y'all are doing it is fantastic.
Keep the peace, keep the calm.
Absolutely.
Yesterday, I think the most beautiful thing that was said was that Sherin has become not only the daughter of Texas, but the daughter of the world.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm just amazed at that, just taken back by that.